Actually, one of Montana's own, one of my good friends, fellow Force Recon Marine, Tommy Hartrick. He's from Montana. I think just out of
Kalispell,
thank you.
yeah.
And he died, unfortunately. He was in the DRC doing some contracting work, still working for the behalf of this nation. Malaria. I always thought the only two things that could kill Tommy Hartrick were Father Time and malaria, or Mother Nature and Father Time, excuse me.
Wow. Malaria,
yeah, really tragic. I mean, this was so his story, he's a Nasiriyah vet, which is one of our most ferocious battles of the invasion of Iraq. He was in Fallujah, Battle of Fallujah, 2nd Battalion, 1st Marines, and I think he was in Ramadi. But there's a man with a tremendous amount of combat experiences. He wounded, I think, twice, multiple prop recipient. And we were in this pitched battle in Afghanistan. And it's what we talked about in the first podcast. I'm not going to relive it here, but it was just a really difficult situation.
That battle was insane.
Just nuts. And I asked the Marines there, so there was a small element in this really precarious situation. And then, I talked to Tommy afterwards, and he's talking about when they were killing the Taliban, they were so close that the blood mist was falling back on them. I mean, that is, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Just terrific. I mean, you're, within smelling distance of the people that you're fighting. And I asked these Marines, and I was like, because you do the after action review and you talk about these things. And I said, what was going through your mind? And they said, well, at first, because we took contact and it was really heavy, and you're just digging at the dirt, trying to survive. And then, and we actually have a picture of this, and there's Tommy just smiling. That guy's been through a lot. He's been through Nasiriyah. He's been through Fallujah, all these places. And so it must not be that bad if he's having a good time. He's laughing, and, he was cracking himself up because he hit a guy with the 203 at 450 yards, and then the guy detonated, and then he made the comment that he'd turned that guy into a Mr. Potato Head, and he was getting a kick out of this. And then anyhow.
That optimism, though.
Yeah, and so it's a joke, right? It's kind of a morbid joke. I asked Tommy afterwards, and I said, what was, seemed pretty rough, but it didn't seem like it to you. And he's like, oh, no. He's like, I had no expectation of surviving that. None. He's like, we were surrounded on 3 sides. He's like, we were within rock throwing distance of the enemy. Their numbers were it was bad. But he's like, what are you going to do? He's like, I can't let these guys see that. And so he's like, we'll just do our best. And he betrayed none of his lack of confidence in their situation as Marines, and quite the opposite.
Wow.
And you think about if he had panicked, it would have caused them to panic tenfold. And think about your ability to use your weapon system, to be accurate, to take measured and correct decisions. And then you've now created the result that you had intended, right? You're like, I thought I couldn't do it, and then you can't do it.
Yeah.
Versus these Marines think they can do it, driven by this man's leadership, despite his own misgivings, and then they think they willed it into existence. And it's just incredible.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I think about that a lot. That kind of leadership, there's so many stories, I think, in the GWAT, particularly at the NCO level, that we've failed to capture. I think we've done ourselves a disservice as a nation, because those stories are out there. There's thousands of people, maybe not thousands of people like Tommy.
Yeah.